Thanks for dropping by. Church Galaxy brings you Book of Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. But those who wait upon the Lord. This phrase emphasizes the importance of patience and trust in God in the Hebrew context. Wait implies an active hope and expectation. The Israelites, during their Babylonian exile, were encouraged to trust in God's timing for deliverance. This concept is echoed in other scriptures, such as Psalm chapter 27, verse 14, which encourages believers to wait for the Lord with courage. The idea of waiting on the Lord is a recurring theme throughout the Bible, highlighting the virtue of faith and reliance on God's promises. They will renew their strength. The promise of renewed strength is significant for those who feel weary and burdened. In the historical context, the Israelites were physically and spiritually exhausted from exile. The renewal of strength is not just physical, but also spiritual, symbolizing a restoration of hope and vigor. This renewal is a divine gift, as seen in other scriptures like 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16, where the inner self is renewed day by day. It reflects the transformative power of God's presence in the lives of believers. They will mount up with wings like eagles. Eagles are known for their strength and ability to soar high above the earth, symbolizing freedom and perspective. In the ancient Near East, the eagle was a symbol of power and might. This imagery suggests that those who trust in the Lord will rise above their circumstances with divine assistance. In the metaphor, God describes carrying the Israelites on eagle's wings, signifying deliverance and protection. They will run and not grow weary. Running without growing weary signifies endurance and perseverance. In the cultural context, running was often associated with messengers or warriors who needed stamina to complete their tasks. This promise assures believers that God will provide the necessary strength to endure life's challenges. Hebrews chapter 12, verses 1 to 2 encourages believers to run with perseverance the race marked out for them, fixing their eyes on Jesus, the ultimate source of strength. They will walk and not faint. Walking without fainting represents steady progress and continual faithfulness. In biblical times, walking was the primary mode of transportation, requiring endurance over long distances. This phrase assures believers that God will sustain them in their daily walk, providing the strength needed for life's journey. Galatians chapter 6, verse 9 echoes this sentiment, urging believers not to grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time, they will reap a harvest if they do not give up. In this teach NG, the persons, places, and events. 1. Isaiah. A major prophet in the Old Testament, Isaiah's ministry spanned the reigns of several kings of Judah. He is known for his prophecies concerning the coming of the Messiah and the salvation of the Lord. 2. The Lord, Yahweh. The covenant name of God in the Hebrew Bible, emphasizing his eternal existence and faithfulness to his promises. 3. Eagles. A symbol of strength and freedom in the Bible, often used to depict God's care and the empowerment he provides to his people. 4. Judah. The southern kingdom of Israel, to whom Isaiah primarily prophesied, especially during times of political turmoil and spiritual decline. 5. Exile and return. The context of Isaiah chapter 40 is the promise of comfort and restoration to the people of Judah, who would face exile but were assured of God's deliverance and renewal. Teachings. Waiting on the Lord. The Hebrew word for wait, kava, implies hope and trust. Waiting on the Lord is an active, expectant trust in his timing and provision. Renewal of strength. God promises to renew the strength of those who trust in him. This renewal is not just physical, but spiritual, enabling believers to face life's challenges with divine energy. Soaring like eagles. The imagery of eagles signifies rising above circumstances. Believers are called to live above the fray of life's difficulties, empowered by God's Spirit. Endurance, the Christian walk. The promise of running without growing weary and walking without fainting speaks to the perseverance required in the Christian life. God provides the strength needed for this journey. Faithfulness of God. This verse reassures believers of God's faithfulness. Just as He promised restoration to Israel, He is faithful to renew and sustain His people today. Subscribe and hit the bell icon